What is the first thing Americans do when they wake up in the morning? When they get out of their car? When they're done with work? They check their cell phones. Currently, communication and media have a stronghold over our everyday lives. We search for answers in the media, looking to form opinions, and learn about what in the world is affecting us personally. Through the media, we decide what places we are going to go, our political parties, what is in style, and many different things to seem to be crucial factors. Mass media has developed drastically over the last century, and each change has influenced our American culture. The individuals who have access to the information are obviously as the ways of assessing media have evolved. So has the ways it affects the individuals who have access to it. When radio and television news first became popular, most used that and the newspaper as their primary sources of information and did not question where that information came from or if it was valid or not. As people have begun to receive more and more information from different sources and see that there are more points of views and opinions on the same information, this is shown in both traditional and emerging media. This new source of information is a huge effect on not only American culture but the entire world. Media can influence the opinions of people in several different ways, both the good and the bad. For example, government influence on media can sway the opinions of the people exposed to that specific media. Now, is the media having a positive or a negative effect in our culture? As the media plays such an influential role in our lives of most Americans, we need to ask ourselves, are we in control of the media or is the media in control of us? Media's drastic growth has led society to become more and more aware of what is going on socially and economically. In my personal opinion, I think that the media has had a negative impact on today's society. Now, as far as restrictions and the media as far as a whole, the media can do some really big damage. They can say a lot of false information. They can bring up a lot of things that aren't true. In today's day and age, it seems that the media puts an emphasis more on hyperbole and less facts. So I do think that there needs to be some type of restriction, but unfortunately, it just can't happen. The First Amendment right is something that our country was based on core beliefs. I'm a firm believer in our constitutional rights, and it's something that they can't take away. As horrible as the media can be, just as horrible as a firearm can be, it's our constitutional right to bear an arm. It's our constitutional right to have freedom of the speech. So putting a restraint on that is something that in the end result cannot happen. Now, as far as the rate that the media is going, who knows what it'll be like within the next 30 years. Will there be a media? There's a lot of questions. There's a lot of questions concerning the media and as far as, the longevity of it. The rate that they're going now, who knows what it's going to be like within the next 30 years. Just as easy as they can take away our Second Amendment right, the way that they're in the talks of doing that, they can take away our First Amendment right. I think that if the media keeps going on the track that it's going within the next 30 years, they can very easily take away our First Amendment right, as well as our Second Amendment right. I think that these are all factors that play a huge role in the media. When we think of media, we think of all the good things that we remember. The media that we're discussing here, this isn't your 6 o'clock news media. No, this is your global, international news stations that make headlines every single day based off of false accusations and things that sometimes aren't even true. So something needs to change. And I hate to say it, but the revoke of our First Amendment right can very easily be what is going to change. So it's something that I hope doesn't happen, but I guess we just have to lay it in the hands of the media to do something different for the better and to not do these horrible accusations that they do. They want to get people to read their headlines. They want people to read their articles and their headlines is exactly how they get us to do that, by these false accusations and everything that they do to get people to tune in to their fake news. So these are all things that I believe of how the media has played an important role in today's society.